YouTube. What is good? It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome back to Jody's Corner. We are here as promised. Like I said, we were going to bring you guys those Monday and Tuesday every morning live streams with hot topics and whatnot. As promised, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am Jody Joe, the host and proprietor of this channel. And shout out to my PIC J3 of J3 Entertainment. He's here, man.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there?
So yeah, man, let's go ahead and ingratiate everybody in. Last night was fantastic. That shit was epic. I'd like to thank everybody who tuned in for the Game of Thrones live stream that we did after the reaction. That shit was dope. I'm just in a surreal moment, man, where I just feel good that this is finally happening. The dream come true is real. Like the donations have went somewhere and they have went here. Now so you guys can see, this is what I always saw in my head when I wanted it to come out of my head into manifestation, and here's the manifestation. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel so good. I could turn this whole place red.
The energy is real. It's real, man.
All right, let's go back icy, man. Let's go back icy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's much better. But yeah, it's a really good feeling, guys. And thank you. I want to thank you guys so much for helping me in this journey. Yeah, I've invested a lot of my own personal funds, and there's more advancements that need to happen. I would like to shout out this man, Asian Homie, because when we left, he donated $100 last night, bro.
Hey, shout out to my boy Asian Homie, man.
Asian Homie who always looks out. J3, what's up, man?
Oh man, this is amazing, man. You know, I didn't sleep last night. You swear we won a mother freaking championship or something, man. So it was a big milestone. I'm proud of you, man. It was really fun chilling with y'all, doing this Game of Thrones thing, and you know, it really took me back to being in school again, because that's what every Sunday after watching TV, you go to school and you go sit outside in the morning. Y'all talk about what y'all and it was a great recap, man. I thought it was dope. I thought it was beautiful, man. Thanks for having me, man.
For sure, man. This shit's gonna be lit, y'all. Hey, we got some surprises, some great articles to get to. You guys seen the topics and all that, so you already know what it is. So first things first, obey your thirst. Sprite, all right?
Stay out my head. Stay out my head, bro. Stay out my head, man. Oh my gosh.
All right, so it's the Game of Thrones recap. The season 8 premiere went down. Joshua Pleasant, FFC, whoever's your timestamp. Timestamp. Keep that shit 100. So the Game of Thrones season 8 premiere recap is what's going on. So if you guys were lucky enough to see Game of Thrones last night, like everybody else on this freaking planet,
the world,
besides tweens and people who are prepubescent and shit, you guys saw one of the most epic shows premiere after almost 2-year hiatus, bruh. J3, it happened, man.
It happened. It was big. It was major, and I was impressed the fact that HBO didn't crash. It was smooth.
Yeah, right.
I was like,
there was a little lag. There was a little lag for me, but it didn't drop.
I was like, wow, this is good. This is good stuff. I was even able to rewind a slight scene because I was like, what'd he say? Because my kid that came in, I was like, no, rewinding.
And you taking risks, bro.
I did.
You hit the rewind button.
I had to.
On the stream, on Hulu?
Hulu,
HBO?
Hulu, HBO.
Oh, you a freaking brave man.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah,
I loved it.
She was fired,
It worked.
Bro.
It worked. It was dope.
So the show's out. Everything that we've been waiting for has started. Now, some people, I don't know how people feel about it, but I'll talk about how I feel. J3 will talk about how he feels. I thought it was a great episode, man. All the meetups, bruh. You got to see Khaleesi and Jon, bruh. The riding the dragon, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Riding the dragon.
It was hot. It was hot.
Come on, man.
The CG was nice. It was smooth. The way it went. We got to see some love in there. We got to see some reunited love.
Bran sexy nose, sexy.
All right, so
could show that on YouTube.
Let's just go ahead and get on this right now, bro. 3 baddies, old school,
new ones. There's all them whores were new, bro. New casts,
new funk, and they look good at it.
Hey, it's funny that he said new funk. Let's keep it 100, y'all. They look beautiful back in the Game of Thrones days, but you know they smell like must. You want that coochie?
Disgusting.
They can't clean themselves the right way.
They had no soap. They tried. They just dipped in water.
What's funny is that the men back then loved that smell, so it's like, oh, smells like Gucci to me. So yeah. The whores go on. They were fly, right?
They would fly.
All of them had perfect boobs.
You know what I'm saying?
Butt ratio.
So nice and clean and everything. Looks are deceiving.
Pasty white, creamy skin.
And how she just hopped on them. Like it was
she hopped on the D.
And while they were talking, like, I'm just gonna ride this D real quick.
It was nothing, and she even offered to throw some at Kyburn. bruh.
He was contemplating. He was like, shoot.
What the fuck?
It was. That was funny. I loved it. They were just talking about dragons and junk, and just the way it just happened was just like, this is my job. I'm a whore. It's nothing to me. I ain't got to contemplate or think about anything. I'm just going to get on this, ride this real good, get mines, and get this information that I want.
And speaking of Bran, what do you think about this clip here, bro?
All right.
Look at this. Bran proposed to murder Tyrion and Jaime.
Yeah.
That's what wrecked my shit. He said, 3 chests of gold and a carriage will be yours. I was nothing when I did a favor for Cersei. Now I'm hand of the king. You think, the question I want to ask you, bro,
go ahead.
Do you think that this fool Bran is going to go for it?
Absolutely not.
That's a lot of gold, bro. He said 3 chests full of gold.
That's the first time Cersei is winning against what she said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think, he's been bamboozled a lot. He's done a lot. And the fact of the matter is, I think he knows that Jaime and Tyrion are more on his side. Well, more Tyrions more on his side than anybody else. And I don't think he will ever do that.
Who's more on whose side?
Bran. I think Tyrion, they have a bond.
But Bran likes Jaime too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He loves both of them.
That's what I'm saying. I doubt he'll do it.
But he's a sellsword.
True. But this is not it's a different time right now. And I think once he sees something, he's going to be like, shoot, he's a survivor. And if you got them 2 individuals, it's like going back to the Thing. You know what I mean? The movie The Thing. You got Kurt Russell, and you're sitting there with Keith Davis, and you're like, we got to survive, bruh. This is surviving tactics. So I doubt he'll do it. I think this is a good way to get out of King's Landing and go do what you want to do. With the gold. Yeah, I think he's going to take that gold. And he could take that gold and go straight for the Iron Islands where there ain't going to be no zombies in that motherfucker. But shout out to Madman right here, man. I think his name is Madsman. Madman Mark. He gave us $2 in a donation. Shout out to you. Man. And Anonymous dropped $15. Shout out to Anonymous, man. He got a question for us. Let's see what's going on. Could you guys react to the Clone Wars Season 7, but they are calling it 6, trailer when you get to the Star Wars topic? Looks like the best thing Star Wars has put out in years. I won't react to it on this show, but I will react to it later because I have a couple of subscribers who requested it from me. So I think Cecil is one of them, man. He never asked me to do anything, but now he asked me to react to that that clip. So that's gonna get done. Thank you for the donation. You'll get a separate video with that reaction coming later this week, maybe tomorrow. See how busy it is. But all right, let's move on down to the next couple of people, man. Let's peep this sheet out right here. Yara gets saved by Reek. Theon. He reeks of cowardice.
This was considered a pretty, I guess, epic moment for certain fans. Not me, myself, particularly, because I don't like the way they've done and handled Reek's cowardice. It just kills me how it pisses me off how they keep shoving Reek down my throat. And personally, I do not like this character. I understand the character. I rationalize with him. I sympathize with him. Yeah. But freak, man, there's only so much I can freaking take. I don't freak. What's your take on that?
Well, you know what? I agree with you. I understand why people like the character.
Why do they like him?
They like the character because they seen the transition of the character.
He lost his car.
He lost it. That too, but they see something in him and they want it to come out. And I think a lot of people can kind of relate to that. You know what I mean? Being in a situation, he was taken as a little boy, traded and all kind of, that old school stuff. So
he continuously disappoints you as a viewer. No, there was a point where I was rooting for him. Oh, Reek was revenge. Oh, he's gonna do it. Nope, he betrayed him. When he betrayed Sansa and went and told Ramsay about that candle in the tower, bro, I said I'm done with him. I'm done with Reek. And then the Yara thing when she came and took the men to go save him. Man, freak Reek, man.
Yeah, but I understand. So people like to. He's considered, I think, an underdog of Game of Thrones because he's been, and people like to root for the underdog. I don't like him when he left his sister. You did all that and you just jump in the water and you leave your sister. I can't. Nah. She's the only one that was like, that's my brother. This is honor. I don't care if he's missing half a ding-a-ling. It don't mean nothing to me. It's just that's my brother. Now we are twins. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's his. He's written bad, but I think it's written for those reasons, for us to be
saving him to come and do something epic in season 8.
He's gonna jump in front of a dragon, fire blast.
I don't think he deserves that. He don't deserve that, bruh. He don't deserve that. He doesn't deserve to do anything epic in this show. But hey, that's just me. A lot of people in the comment section feel otherwise for Reek, but it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all right. So let's check out this clip right here, man. So let's move along strong. Boom. Tyrion, Davos, these two guys right there. Davos and the eunuch, right? Them two guys right there.
Yeah.
Curious. They don't have much to do. Like the Code was here last night talking about it. They don't have much to do in this show, bro. Like Lord Varys.
Mm-hmm.
He was the sneaky slivering, always conspiring, trying to figure something out how to make the. Yeah. He was always for the good of the realm. They were clear about that.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like on the sideline, and Davos, he's kind of like on the sideline, and now you have Tyrion who was speaking for at the council right there, speaking whether it was Sansa, Aegon, Khaleesi, and then Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
He has the nerve to come up and speak and say the little words that he said. That was just off-putting to me, man. It feels like, I don't know if this is necessarily true, but it feels like most of this season is going to be focused on Jon and Dany. And I think other characters are going to just
fade away.
Fall off.
That's a good observation because
not get that much time.
We noticed it, you know what I mean? Sir Varys, like you said, Sir Varys is that character, he's 2 steps ahead, but I think that's the beauty of it. I think what he's going to end up doing is going to be even more deceiving to the audience. He's going to do something and be like, whoa.
Yeah, look, they're all worried about Jon, Aegon, and Dany.
Yeah. But see,
they're looking down on them, those 3.
But see, like they said, they predicted what's already going to occur. Something that does never love don't last like that. You know what I'm saying? And we already got the information that he is a Targaryen, so
right,
things are going to change, and then that's when they shine, because you have these 3 smart individuals who are always 3 steps ahead now of everybody, and that's why they stay alive. Now they're gonna have to figure it out. You have this war finna come, winter's coming, and you have titles that need to be replaced. People are it's up and down right now, and I think that's the beauty of the name Game of Thrones. So you have the 3 individuals that play the game the best sitting in the same area talking about what's going to happen next.
Right.
So I think they're going to have their time. I think the way they wrote Game of Thrones is for us to not pay attention to that. To pay attention to the obvious, the dragon, Daenerys, Jon Snow.
So you think there's going to come a time where they're needed and they're going to get the limelight for something? Because it looks like they're going to come up with a plan, bruh.
Like
it looks like they're
Littlefinger stuff.
Scheming for a plan to do something. I don't know if it's good or bad, but
it's like Littlefinger stuff. No one understood that until the end of Littlefinger and how much he was doing.
Littlefinger's a slimy piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
I think they're trying to come up with
well, I'm not saying they're going to do something slimy.
I know, but even their good intended plan could be devastating to the freaking show. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
HBO.
Tyrion is season 7.
Yeah.
The plan for him to take the Lannister army, to take the Unsullied army to Casterly Rock, to capture Casterly Rock. Who the freak is in Casterly Rock? Nobody.
Yeah.
And they abandoned it, and they left them motherfuckers there starving and shit. And that was an L. And then they went behind you, went to Highgarden and took Olenna out because you didn't want to go to King's Landing and be a dragon.
Yeah. But Sir Varys is not that character. They gonna give him something.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know what I mean? I think it's crazy because he might be, honestly, he might be running Cersei shit right now and no one even knows.
Oh man, you think you're a double A? No.
No. I mean, for the good of the thrones.
The good of the realm?
Yeah.
Cersei's not the good of the realm. It's
No. I say
Khaleesi.
he might be up in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he's doing. So he's putting it to where it can honestly form itself properly. So, you know what I mean? So I see those individuals, man. That I thought it was a very powerful scene, seeing them three sit there and they're basically planning out what's next. And then, you know, Sansa told, you know, Tyrion, like, oh, you're not as clever as you used to be, and yada, yada, yada. Giggity,
that was dope.
You know what I'm saying?
She was flexing her knowledge and her understanding of how sadistic Cersei is.
I think it's going to backfire. I think he's doing something, too. I honestly think he's doing something, too. Tyrion, I think this is a survival situation. We just seen White Walkers. Things have changed. The game has changed. It used to be simple. It used to be just people. Now we're dealing with the dead and people and titles and dragons. Everything has changed on everybody's life. When you start seeing Liam Neeson giants walking by, mammoths, and then you have dragons flying, and then this blue guy with blue eyes, and he's running around with ice shards.
Oh, that's interesting. Golden Company, no elephants. The Golden Company came back, no elephants. That was what I was worried about in season 7.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Company is coming with no elephants. So freak your army. I don't think that Golden Company of I think they said 20,000 soldiers, that's not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Even though they're second sons and they're formidable warriors, they're sellswords that have no loyalty to nothing but money. And money could only go so far when you're talking about your life.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? So that Golden Company whole routine is, I'm not even worried about it as a fan anymore. I used to think like this whole year and a half waiting for the show to come, I was always thinking, man, that Golden Company, second sons, you know, elephants. They're going to trample over barricades and shields and defenses and stuff. Remember Battle of the Bastards, how they had the shields? Yeah. Man, the elephants will walk right through that shit. You're going to be able to enclose me like you did Aegon.
300.
300, exactly. Elephant going to go right through that.
Yeah.
But you ain't got no elephants, so that's huge, man. And I'm not really...
She don't have no elephants. That's what I'm saying.
This motherfucker, bro.
You don't know the plans. You don't know how Cerberus could be running it. She don't have the elephants. We don't know if they're working for him. We don't know if they're working for Daenerys. We don't know.
Okay.
Because we have 3 individuals who are sneaky, who get stuff done.
All right. Well, speaking of elephants, man, look, we have a scene here that you were most focused on, and Samuel Tarly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's cold blooded, bro. Speaking of elephants.
What?
Samuel. Speaking of elephants, you gonna shove you this dude. That's messed up, bro.
So, hey, I'll say this, man. This was the most emotional part, I think, of the whole entire show.
I just got goosebumps again on my chin.
Good actor, man. The fact that he was just able to break down like that on cue and sell it like, I believe that he really lost his dad and brother.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him. Look at Sam. Oh man, you feel bad for him now. Look, he's like, he looked at Jorah. Like, is it true, Jorah? So he just, oh my God, I'm about to cry. I'm about to freaking cry.
Oh snap!
I'm about to cry right now, bro. Oh my God, turn it off.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Hey, it honestly got me, man. I almost cried last night watching that.
Freak, bro.
That was sad, bro. That was good.
He looked at Jorah like, oh shoot, I saved you.
Yeah, man.
That's sad, man.
He can get his way with his moms. I know he can. Mom, can I have some pigeon pie? No more. Just go and get some pigeon pie. Nah, man. You know, I thought that scene was really good. Great acting. I'll stand by what I felt, man. I just felt the way Daenerys handled it. You know, I thought it was very bold of her, but it just seemed like her arrogance, man, like that's the perfect word. It just didn't feel right. It's just like, dang, man, she kind of like, I understand, you know, this is war, this is a battle, this is my legacy, this is my journey. I get all that, but the way it was just a nice moment with her, like she was introducing to her. Oh, you saved Sir Jorah. Okay, what do you? I have to give you a favor, and it was like yada yada yada. Your daddy? Oh, yeah, I killed him. Well, at least I can go home. Yeah, your brother, he stood by your dad, so he's going too. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it felt to me. I just looked at it.
But that's not how it actually was, though.
Well, she didn't say those words.
And her face didn't look like that either.
No, that was Bran.
Yeah, freaking Bran. Breaking my sheet the whole time.
Yeah.
What you think about this sheet right here, though, man? Look, so next epic moment. Aegon learns that he's not Jon. He's Aegon. He is the ruler, the rightful heir to the Seven Kingdoms. Sixth of his name, Aegon Targaryen.
Mm-hmm.
Man. And it's almost like Samuel couldn't wait to tell him that because he just learned that the one who was the former heir to the throne, who he thought, Khaleesi, just gave him the bad news that she burned his freaking family. So there was a little bit of, I'm glad I'm telling you this right now. Take the throne, Jon. I mean, Aegon.
So this goes
freaking,
to,
I hope Samuel doesn't do that.
So this goes to what honestly how I see it going. Yeah, I know we had our discussion last night, and I understand you guys love Khaleesi and stuff. I like her too. I don't love her, but I like her. I love her character.
Hey, bro, you watch your mouth, man.
Hey, man.
Tread carefully.
Careful, Ned.
Careful, Ned. Careful now.
Hey, but I understand, but I see her character following those traits of her father.
Oh my God! Everybody says this shit. She is not her father. She's never shown, not once, that she was a mad queen.
But what I'm saying is, it might not be so severe as that, but when you see her journey, she's nothing, and she gains people's love, people's trust, and she gets the power. But sometimes when people finally get that power, they don't know how to handle it. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling a little, it's different. You know what I'm saying? When I seen Jon ride the dragon and the way she looked at Jon, it was a different vibe now.
Like she wanted to hump him. She loves him.
Yeah. But it was more of, it felt like, okay, it felt more than sex. It was more like, okay, this could possibly be my king.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
right,
exactly,
right.
exactly.
But you look at it. I got to go back to Sir Varys and they shot, right? Just to see the lead up to it. So Sir Varys and I'm looking at, say they're a beautiful couple. Well, Daenerys is more ruthless than Jon Snow is, in my eyes. Jon Snow is the balance. Jon Snow is a leader. I think Daenerys has the qualities and she does things that for the people and stuff like that. But when it comes to her leadership, I think if you push the hand, or people will go after her. The respect is more of a fear factor with a lot of people that follow her. Some people follow her because they know her, but for the most part, a lot of people follow her on fear. And when I seen the way she talked to him, it was more of, I'm your queen, respect me. And I seen that look before. You know what I mean?
She's perfectly right to say that, bro.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm your queen, freaking respect me.
Yeah,
Ned would have said it.
But Samuel,
Robert, all of them.
Samuel never gave any type of animosity towards or any anger or anything like that. And
that was the aura she gave off. It's not something that she says.
I get it. But that's why when you look at Jon Snow does his best. And he, ladies and gentlemen, he is not my favorite character. I don't know. I'm not defending the because I'm Batman in theory with him. But what he brings to the table is he tries his best to not resort to death and murder. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't.
Even Aegon in this episode said,
"I've
killed before.
No,
I've killed people who didn't obey my commands."
Yeah.
And that's his job.
But that was
so
more
has
of,
Ned.
That was more of a kill or be killed type situation.
No, it wasn't. It was simple. You disrespect. I remember the episode of that Porky Pig who was the Knights the Night's Watch, the city guard of King's Landing. He was the leader of it, and he got sent to go to the Night's Watch for betraying Ned.
Yeah.
Tyrion sent him there. Then I remember at Castle Black, you're a bastard. You're not my Lord Commander. I sentence you to die then.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm scared all the time. Please don't kill me. I'm always scared. I'm afraid now. I was playing a tough guy.
He sure was in there with them kids.
Acting all tough and shit. He thought he was that man. Sitting at that table with Thorn. Bastard. You know king of mine. Out of my face. All right, I sentence you to die. Puts the head down. I was just playing. What are you going through that for? Don't take my head. Took that head, bruh. that was Jon taking that hit, bro.
I get it.
And that's just one
I
instance
get
of
it.
him killing people because he had to freaking do it.
I get it, but maybe it's just Khaleesi's arrogance, and Jon doesn't have it.
Here's the difference, and I think this physically, her body language screams, "I'm the shit," and Jon has a more humble everything about him. The way he approaches everything, he seems more sympathetic with everything.
That's why Samwell and all the runts,
right.
You know, they ran to him like, "Oh, can we hang with you?"
Right.
You know what I mean? He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." You know, even Arya and stuff, like they love Jon because of that. He was more of, I guess, being treated so bad growing up as a child, as a bastard. He was the, you know, the cool older guy to everybody. He made the misfits feel like they fit. And I think that's what one of the good qualities about him, and that's why he has that leader quality to him. He's
all right.
That type.
So let's get some input from some of the donations that have come through so far.
Yeah.
Man, Marcus Wilson put $50 down in the chat. Shout out to you, Marcus Wilson. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, bro. Let's see what he said. He says, "Yo, congratulations on the new studio setup, Jody. I've been here since your Force Awakens rant." It's crazy. You know how many do you know how many people have donated already that I've never donated before, and they're only doing it after they see the studio?
Hey, man. Hey, amen.
They're moved to because they saw where I come from. They saw where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Force Awakens. That's like the first anything I've ever put up on my channel that wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Force Awakens tight, bro. You know,
God.
that was a good rant. That was something. It was different because everybody was praising it, you know what I'm saying, and praising Star Wars, and you know what I mean. So, and then you came with a different take on it, and what makes it very special is you had a different look at it, and it makes sense.
These are facts. And he also says, "I came for that rant," and he says, "At that time, I thought I was the only one, I guess, who didn't like it."
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't. He also says, "I can't wait for that episode 9 rant from you." What you mean? You predicted a rant already? Doesn't it look good? Yeah, Star Wars don't look good, bro.
Trailer looks cool.
He says, "I can't wait for the rant from you in the code. Here's a few dollars for the movement." Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. That's epic, man. Also, hey, you were here since the Force Awakens rant. I thank you for sticking around, and I thank you for showing your face, man, and you know, sharing love like that. It warms my heart and makes me feel good, bro. Sleeping Wolf put $10 down. Shout out to Sleeping Wolf, man. Thank you so much. He says, whoa, hold up, my boys. Look at the studio. I'm so happy and proud of you guys, man. Love from me and my wife from New York. Keep it up, fellas. Hey, that's right. Shout out to you and your wife, man. Shout out to Sleeping Wolf.
Look, check the wolf out there. You know what I'm saying?
You see, you got the dragon. You have the Baratheon sigil. You have Targaryen. You have the Lannister. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the wolf.
Mm-hmm. That's hot.
Tight. Sword in the Morning put $5 down. Shout out to you, man. Sword in the Morning. He says, "After the third watch, I have a question. Why did no one think it was weird? Why did no one think it was weird or question Jon riding a dragon until this point in the show? No one but Targaryens have rode one." Well, I thought it was abrupt, and I know why you're saying that. It was abrupt, but it's season 8, man. Like, I think that a lot of us are just going to be more accepting for things to happen that aren't enormously epic. Like, Jon riding a dragon is epic, but that's not what we were really waiting for as far as, like, what you going to do with the Night King? What you going to do with Cersei? Mm-hmm. What's going to happen with Jon when he finds out about him being a Targaryen? There's those main things that need to dedicate most of the show to. And for them to just gloss over him, reasons why he's able to ride a dragon and all that, it's fine for me. What about you?
Well, I agree and I disagree. I think the simple fact that people are so hungry for leaked information and what ifs and all that stuff, people have already soaked themselves in believing that he was already Targaryen and stuff like that, Aegon.
Right.
So once it happened, it was like finally a breath of fresh air. And then, you know, the writing isn't the same because honestly, you had 3 smart heads sitting there like, wait a minute. They should have questioned that. That's just how the writing is. It's not
wait a minute now. In defense, I don't think they seen him ride the dragon.
He flew right across them. Remember?
But they don't think they knew he was on it.
Oh, maybe they need glasses. I don't
maybe
know.
no. Hey, there's no. Maybe no one. I don't think anyone saw him. I don't think they knew that Aegon was on that dragon. Sword in the Morning. It was just him and Khaleesi when they went to go see why the dragons weren't eating.
What? That's right.
And then they took flight from there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then they landed in a rural snow area.
Yeah, that's right.
We never seen them. They've never seen Aegon come off of a dragon. Like, oh.
Yeah.
And when they do, I'm sure there will be a reaction.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up.
But that's good. But I'm okay with them glossing over it, though, still.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like you said, it wasn't a big deal, but I think a lot of people would if the people would keep themselves out of the books and out of the blogs and just enjoy the show, I think a lot of people would have been like, what the heck? You know, it'd been more of a shocker.
Tight. So another donation from Badir Adir.
Hey.
Badir Adir. $5, man. Thank you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. And then my man Q Reviews,
Q
man.
Reviews.
Dropped $20 on us, man. Shout out to the $20 donation. He says, that set is fire, though. Congrats, man. Thank you so much, man. The dream's coming true. It's here, man. So, yeah, those are the up-to-date donations from viewers like you. Thank you guys so much. All right, so let's talk about one last thing with this topic here.
Sure.
And that's the ending. We all have different feelings on how we feel about the ending, yeah. But this part right here.
What is that?
I think we all knew that was Jamie, right?
I knew it was Jamie, man.
But look how different he looks, man. The dark brown hair, the age, you know. That's crazy. And then this the moment right here. He looking around like, oh, he ain't been in Winterfell since season 1, episode 1.
That's how he lived. That's how you look at it. It's not like my house.
Who's in? Wheelchair? Look at him.
Oh my.
I've been waiting for you. I have piss in myself, but I've been looking for you.
Oh, man. Dude.
Man, that fool Bran has been sitting there in that very same seat with piss and shit all over himself. I haven't seen nobody attend to him. No one fed him. Nobody changed his clothes. No one gave him a blanket. He ain't even human no more. Not really. Are you hungry? I don't need to eat. I'm the three-eyed raven. Well, what the freak do you? I'm waiting for a friend.
Do you realize Samuel came out that night? That was in the same spot. Remember he came and said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He didn't move.
He didn't move the whole night. It's cold. He didn't have a blanket.
That fool got an aura of heat around him or something, because that little...
He doesn't feel anymore. You don't eat. I know you, bro, you still got a booty hole. I know some poop is... Well, if you don't eat, you don't poop, right?
Then how you survive?
Does he drink? He probably not even human no more.
He probably not human no more. He's a raven. It's the craziest thing ever, bro. It's stupid. That's dumb. I don't know. That's dumb. They got to explain that. Because all honesty, back in those days, if you look at something that's that epic where he don't eat, he don't poop, but he's surviving, he keeps getting taller.
They're calling him a witch and trying to lynch him.
Witch! Or worship him. Some got it. Or worship him. Oh, man. Something got to give, man. And he just sitting there. I bet he stink around that.
He smells, bro.
Have you noticed? No one walks around him neither.
Man, look, bro. This nigga spent the entire
it's all
show.
bright here now,
he spent the entire. Oh yeah, let's go. He spent the entire show weirding people out. Look at this clip right here between Tyrion and Sansa. Right, they're going back and forth. She's like, "Man, I thought you were smart, man." Tyrion's like, "Oh dear me, maybe Cersei is gonna wreck my shit." Anyway, I'm gonna go see if there's any stew left. Go get some stew. They cook pretty well here. Oh, hello. Oh, look at him. Spot, look at him.
He in the same
what
spot.
The freak is that?
You think his freaking wheels are stuck in mud or something, bro.
Bro. They could make them. Let the memes begin. I don't know if there's already memes, but just when someone cops beating up the black man. He sees it. Put the meme of Bran.
It's there, bro.
When you sneak cookies in the cookie jar.
Hey, look. Oh shoot. When your dog in the trash. And the dog. Oh, you can get it now. It's
that face,
on.
bro.
Hey, I bet right now somebody just took those. They're gonna put them up, bro.
That face. All right, freaking man. Oh. Man. That's it for this segment, man. That's it for this segment, guys.
I can't wait next week.
We're gonna move on to the next segment, but during that time, we're gonna take a short break, and we will resume in the next minute or so. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Have no fear. All right, we are back. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there's a new guest there. Is that Ronan Joe Genji?
Hey.
Oh, snap. Triple.
Upgrade. What's going on, y'all?
He's here, man.
I'm here, man.
Rojo Genji, Ronan Joe Chronicles is here. He's arrived. Man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, J3, for putting all this together. We came a long way. Just here with these guys from the beginning. It's Monday. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah. Happy movie talk. Let's get into it. I'm on a panel. This is tight. Hey,
this is what you always wanted, man. This is what we
right
always wanted. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Let's get right into the topic. All right, so basically what we have next coming up is some Star Wars news. Now, I don't know if you're going to think this is great news or not, but hey, let's go ahead and is your eyesight pretty good? Can you read what would pop up on that screen, Ronald? Let's go ahead and check and see. Let's go ahead and check the article out reported from the Hollywood Reporter about Kathleen Kennedy and her plans of Star Wars for the next 10 years. Let's go ahead and check this out, man.
All right. December. Oh, shoot.
She's small. You want to get
small,
it?
bro.
I can get it. All right. So on December 20th, the movie will bring a piece of cinema history to a close, and according to Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy, that's been the plan all along. Quote: she says, "We knew we were going to close this up. We knew that even before we started The Force Awakens." End quote. She told the Hollywood Reporter on Friday. Quote, she says, "We're looking at the next saga. We're not just looking at another trilogy. We're really looking at the next 10 years or more." End quote. Star Wars The Last Jedi writer and director Rian Johnson is developing a trilogy of films, while Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are crafting their own trilogy. Quote, "This movie is the culmination of the Skywalker saga. It is by no means the culmination of Star Wars." That's what Kennedy said. Quote, "I'm sitting down now with Dan Weiss and Dave Benioff and Rian Johnson. We're all sitting down to talk about what do we do next. We've all had conversations about what the possibilities might be, but now we're locking it down," per the Hollywood Reporter. Quote from Kathleen Kennedy.
That's bad news.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but there was an article that did we talk about it on your live stream on J3 Entertainment on Friday?
Yep.
Yeah. There was an article that said, is Star Wars saying they're going to take a break from releasing Star Wars movies?
Yes.
Take a few years off.
And that was the argument, was like, heck no.
And what did I, exactly what did I say?
Heck no.
Heck to the no. You think Disney's going to just not want to make money?
Absolutely not.
Disney's not going to stop making Disney movies.
Yeah.
But I thought Kathleen Kennedy wasn't going to be part of that shit, bro. So the fact that she's coming out saying that she's been planning this since before episode 7.
Oh, wow.
Man. Bruh. This is part of her original plan. Ronan, I want to go to you first, man. What do you think about this, bro?
Well, there's some good Star Wars projects in there as far as the spinoffs and the shows and things like that. I'm looking more forward to the shows than the movies, honestly.
The stuff coming out from
Mandalorians,
John Favreau, the Mandalorian,
Clone Wars, and all that.
Right.
That's good stuff though, because that kind of be my introduction to the Game of Thrones writers, since I never really watched the show. But I want to see what their kind of storytelling is, and from what you guys say, it's really on point. So they, like you said, they picked them for a reason. I'm into the fantasy and sci-fi stuff, so I want to see more grounded, Star Wars kind of going back to basics, more towards its roots and stuff. The Clone Wars animated series has kind of been winning in that, regards. And I feel like they haven't picked up traction as far as what they want to do with the movies. It's just them, being in a toy box. Like, we have a brand. Mm-hmm. Let's just make it up as we go. Mm-hmm. But these TV and animated shows are different. Like, they actually have structure. They actually have a narrative. And they actually have an idea and a formula. The movies aren't really doing that. It's just, let's make more episodes. Yeah. All right, let's bring the old characters back and let's kill them off.
Yeah. Kill them.
So, it is what it is, but hopefully I'm wrong. I kind of checked out after The Last Jedi, so I'm not really looking forward to episode 9.
Not at all.
Not at all, man. No Force Awakens was it for me, and I enjoyed Force Awakens, and that's where it ends.
Wow.
Yeah, so In my eyes, Leia's still alive.
Even when they release fire trailers like this,
Yeah.
this got a lot of people. Her doing that jump on that shoot.
But
A lot of people getting caught by that shit. A lot of people are like,
this
"Whoa!"
is what you and Jay said before, man. Disney's good at making trailers, man. I
They're
can't.
fantastic at it. Bro.
I can't go for it.
They're fantastic at making.
And it was a good trailer. I can't knock it. It was, but I checked out The Last Jedi. I watched that with my family. That was the most cringe time at the theater. It really was.
What do you mean? Like, was it the audience or was it the movie itself?
The movie itself, and I think people knew it.
You can denial, man.
And I bet people were still clapping and shit though.
Yeah, you can feel it.
This feels weird, but yay!
Right.
If I don't yell,
right,
they're gonna. Somebody's not laughing.
Who's not laughing in the theater? Who's not enjoying this?
right.
Yeah, bro. I feel you.
So it's one of those though. But Force Awakens had moments where you did cheer. It was like it felt like classic Star Wars.
Force
again,
Awakens had moments, yeah.
And I like that stuff, man. Then we got introduced to a lot of new things, and it did feel like the originals because again, it was the beginning of a brand new chapter. We thought we were gonna get something, and we saw the final product. But
it's not possible in your mind that Episode 9 is going to give us what we want because they bring back J.J. Abrams, and apparently a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's going to be the savior." Rian Johnson screwed it up in Episode 8. J.J. Abrams, most people liked Episode 7. I didn't.
I was one of them.
Yeah,
and,
so there you go. Do you think J.J. Abrams, your man, J.J., man, you think he can save it? You don't think he's going to do it?
Probably under one condition, but it probably won't happen. This has to be longer than a 2-hour movie, so I don't know if they'll do that. If it was like 3 plus 4 hours with the intermission in between, the 2-hour break, I'm just saying, we have a lot of explaining and explanation to give. It's a lot of questions that you haven't had answered, a lot of questions you haven't had answered. And just as a fan, you know what I'm saying, as a casual watcher, I mean, something needs to be answered. Things need to be tied up. Things need to be concluded. Right. If this is Episode 9 and we still talking about where was Luke and why is the Emperor coming back, that's a problem. So, yeah.
I think it's a problem when women like this could show up at fan conventions and get thunderous applause, man. Not Daisy Ridley. That woman right next to Daisy Ridley.
The audience knows. Like, long movies is not a thing. Like, if you're invested in the story and there's something there worth telling, then push that running time. Shout out to Ben-Hur and 10 Commandments. Those are 4 plus hours movies. Lord of the Rings.
Old school. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not strangers to long films. Just give us that intermission in between.
She looks like Emperor Palpatine's wife. Look like she's just in her.
Spoiler.
Good. Did you make the pancakes?
Good. Brainwash them all.
I put blueberries on top.
Hey, but shout out to Kathleen when she was good producer at one point.
I'll say this: Kathleen Kennedy is a
I don't know
fantastic
what
producer for other films.
Yeah.
As soon as she came to Star Wars, she forgot who she was.
Yeah.
I don't freaking know. Oh, all this power. She freaking went rogue.
And
that's what's going on.
Power, bro. Power can take over.
That's what's going on. What do you mean?
Disney knows all about power. They're buying up everything. And properties. So it's like, where's that fine line? Where is it, where we care again? It's like they're just taking stuff out of the toy box. Oh, we have it. Let's make something.
They're not hiring the right people, man. It's just as simple as that. Hiring the right creators to make the right thing. What's up, Jay?
Well, they might be hiring the right people, but they have their own way of thinking. So they're like, no, we want it this way. That could be always a possibility. You know what I mean? Because it can't be that many slow people working in Disney, and Disney's been making magic since 19. But it's the truth. like
what did you say? There can't be that many. What? Say it again.
Slow people making. Well, here we are. Because I think Disney puts their hand in the cookie jar and they control everything. They do it the way they want to do. Bruh. You telling me? I will say there's always some whackness everywhere, but
these are facts.
But I just honestly see them doing it the way they want to do it. They have this way of moving it. You know what I mean? And they're stubborn with it. They don't care because when you see how Kathleen Kennedy stood up, right, and everybody cheered, right? They're cheering for it.
They're cheering like a motherfucker right now.
Look, you got the stormtroopers back
there.
there.
Yay! Look at that guy, Toby, back there with the stormtrooper mask.
Because they have nothing to cheer for.
Because they're
cheering for this shit.
That's a default cheer. Kathleen stands up. Yeah.
This is.
She's taking a break. Yeah.
Kathleen stands up. Tomatoes is what it should be.
But it's the reason why is because they feel that because they like the old movies and stuff like that, they're obligated to do it. It's whackness, it's fanness, because it just doesn't make any sense. If someone does something bad, it doesn't mean you have to disrespect them, but you ain't got to cheer and suck all on they balls and junk.
Right,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, hey, yo, I love you, oh my God, but you know you've been effing up. The real fan would tell you, like, yo, Kathleen Kennedy, you effing up, man. What's up, man? This is not what you even signed up for. You was on some other but see, they're so whack where they can't be themselves. And just, if you don't have the balls to tell the person, at least just talk with your pockets. Stop buying it.
Yeah.
Stop paying for this.
Which is what they did. They did it with Han Solo.
Huh.
Han Solo bombed, bro.
Man.
And I'm going to keep it 100, bro. I think episode 9 is not going to bomb, but it's going to be a failure based on what they projected to make. It might make $1 billion. It might make 1.1 billion.
Yeah.
That's a failure it's a failure for Star Wars expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a huge success. You made $1 billion. Wow. But Star Wars brand, Star Wars level shit.
Yeah.
If I go to the NBA, bro, and I do a crossover on Kobe Bryant and I drop a 3 in his face.
Call me Brown. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. And I drop a 3. Oh, Jody, you just hit a 3 in the NBA, bro. You crossed over Kwame Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get hype and love. But if Kobe Bryant crosses over Kwame Brown and shoots a 3 in his face, it's like, okay.
It's gonna be the other way.
It's
oh shoot, Kobe Brown got crossed over by Kobe Bryant. How do you feel?
It's 2 different levels of expectations is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
But you can pay with your pockets by not showing up to these events. The celebration of
Oh,
Star
the
Wars.
events. Oh, well, I think people just love going to cons.
That's a good
and stuff
point,
like
though.
Freak that. Wait, how about have it empty like Ja Rule's concerts?
Ooh, yeah. I'm not sure that will ever happen.
You know what? You know what to tell them? Damn, they ain't even coming out to see them. This is terrible. They're not showing up. They do it at the cons all the time. People stop showing up. Be like, man, look, I pay all this money to go to these cons, and I can't even get in line now. You know what? I'm not even gonna go this year. Then they try to change the way. Comic-Con happened 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Comic-Con was effing up, doing their thing, then people stopped paying for them tickets. And they had to change some things up real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pay. Stop supporting Star Wars like that. If you know it, you got a new toy come out, they go buy it. Right? You got a new anything come out, they support it. But for what? You know it's gonna be bad. Just pay with your pocket. Talk with your money. If you talk with your money, they ain't gonna F with you. They're going to be like, damn, you know what? Maybe we really doing something bad. We probably are possibly really effing up Star Wars. But when you stand up and you go in the crowd and everybody's cheering for you,
yeah.
Well, damn, you think like maybe people just haters then.
Yeah.
I think that's all.
But isn't that what conventions are for, though? Because I know when me and Jay go to WonderCon, it was interesting, man, because back in like 2014 and up into those last few years, when we went to those panels and stuff, because I went to like panels that he went to, and we always asked like real questions when everyone else like really didn't. And I remember when it's still on the same topic, but it kind of deals with fan reactions to people in the industry and stuff. He had asked a question about Young Justice and things like that, and it got the crowd rowdy because nobody was really thinking about that, but it was something that everyone was watching and wanted to know about. And I feel like if you have insight on something, we actually want to get legit news, then somebody needs to be the icebreaker and ask those questions, or like something happened on the production, like a Justice League movie. How come nobody asked about it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like those main questions that get people like, you know what? Yeah, we've been hearing articles about it, but nobody knows the story. We're right here in front of the people that were behind it. What happened? You know what I'm saying?
I think.
And it could have been a live reaction, and one of us would have gotten that answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're asking real questions. We're fans, but yet we're asking questions that are, important and matter. Well, it's not just like for the sake of, I'm on the spotlight. There's things that are important.
All right, well, let me introduce a scenario to you, and you tell me what you think.
Yeah.
I think concerning the conventions, man, I think that there's way more Star Wars fans than there is Star Wars fanboys out there. But the Star Wars fans are guys like me who have a job, wife, family, kids, or just have other shit to do, and who would love and enjoy the movies and go see them. You can call it normal? I think fanboy. Yeah, hey, I understand the fanboy mentality. I get it. That's what I'm saying, though.
Film buff for sure, though.
Fanboys are the ones who attend these conventions.
Facts.
A fanboy is different than a fan, and I've been promoting this on my channel for the most part. And as we go live in the daytime in this new slot, we're gonna build our audience, and we're gonna get more people that come. Who are these guys? They're gonna listen. It's starting over. This is a brand new process for me on this channel, and thank you guys for helping me. They're gonna realize what fanboys, same thing. No, it's not.
No,
a fanboy will take anything that, let's use Star Wars.
Okay.
We'll take anything that Disney releases with Star Wars and love it. We're releasing a new android for Star Wars. Oh, yeah, new droid. I wonder what color he's gonna be. Anything they release, anything that they do, they find a way to make up an excuse for why they love it.
Christ.
They make up an excuse for why it's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what a fanboy does. They
Yeah,
love anything that the company puts out.
Hey, real talk.
A fan, which I am, you are,
Yeah.
you are. If you F up and do something stupid like, I don't know, make Luke Skywalker suck the tit of an alien xenomorph creature,
Disgusting. But erotic.
give
at the
up
same
his
time.
roots,
Well, they
forget
own
who
him
he
now.
is as a Jedi,
Might do that.
be jealous of Kylo Ren and Rey's power, try to assassinate a child in his sleep, even though you'd made a decision, I shouldn't do this. The Force Ghosts and lightning, Yoda's popping up, making lightning through the Force, make Rey
New
take
powers.
on a Sith Lord
Oh,
with no
man.
training.
No training.
All this shit that they do, that's when you F it up. Bro. And that's when you lose the Jody Joes, the J3s, the Ronans, the fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Don't forget a ship sitting in space going no miles per hour, and they just could just shoot it down.
Or how about
Terrible.
you getting blown into outer space? You're dead, no air. You're out there for some minutes, and then for all of a sudden you twitch out and you back to a ship.
Yondu was in the wrong movie.
She was freezing.
Yondu was in the wrong
Yondu was-
movie.
I saw Yondu
Man.
got 5 seconds of that outer space, and he crystallized quick than a motherfucker, didn't
He
he?
can be smoked out.
Turned into a freaking crystal. He
That
may
actor
be your
power.
may be your father, but he wasn't your daddy. As soon as that mask came off, done.
Man.
Leia,
Star
oh,
power.
Bruh.
Bruh.
What's
Michael
the name?
Rooker.
He's gonna pop, bruh. No air, bruh. Come on, man.
Mars, right?
Come on.
Yeah, we
Bruh.
know what's
Come
up.
on.
You can't do nothing.
Get your
in space.
Astamaz. Do it.
No.
He gonna pop.
Come on. Try harder.
Man, come on, dude.
Oh my
Hey, that's
God.
some real stuff. Hey, that's the definition between character and star power.
Hey, you know,
That's crazy.
you make a good point though on the fanboy. I thought of it, and I think, you know, what's crazy about my mind, I always picture something that I've seen. I line it up, but it goes to when The Simpsons, when Lisa made her doll, the Lisa Lionheart doll,
Uh-huh.
and it was educational. It did all this, right? And the companies were like Disney. Oh man, this doll's about to be dropped today, man. We got to do something. Well, let's make a new Malibu Stacy doll and put a new hat on it. So then,
Yeah. I remember that.
so they had.
I remember that.
So this fool wheels it out, and they're like, "New Malibu Stacy doll." She's like, "No, wait, it's a gimmick. They're trying to get you." But he has a new hat.
hat.
I want it.
Yeah.
It's like freak, bro. That's Star Wars.
cool.
It's Star
People,
Wars, man. It's
people, consumers, man. Fanboys. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a little icebreaker real quick because
Oh,
we
yeah.
got a couple of donations that came through, and I wonder if some of these are on topic. Undone 14,
Hey,
they gave us a $5 donation. Thank you, man. Shout out to Undone, man.
hope you guys enjoying this content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are, man. This is great, man.
I am.
Undone 14 says, "What's up, world's finest and Ronan?
Hey,
I
What's going
watched
on?
Jody since 2016 and J3 since the BVS of 2015 reaction.
hey,
I'm happy for you, Jody, and the studio is absolutely amazing. Game of Thrones, baby.
hey, shout out to that,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Appreciate you enjoying
Thank
the
you.
content and the transitions, man. I love that.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Titan Games, $10, man.
Hey, Titan.
Titan. Shout
Oh,
out to Titan
look, here's
Games.
the camera. Yeah.
$10. He says, Ronan, you working for Pornhub or X videos? Stash is looking clean, bro. The studio is great. Oh, and the
That's
mustache.
hilarious.
Hey, do like
That
he'll pull
porn
you
mu-
over.
Got that porn
That
mustache,
Freddie Mercury
Ronan.
mustache.
Yeah, shout out to
What
Ronan's
kind of
mustache.
porn now?
Nah.
He
nothing
said
like
Freddie
that.
Well, if
Mercury.
he's anything like Jody Joe, it would definitely be tranny porn.
Oh man, it's crazy. Nah, I just decided to shave and stuff like that. My stuff grows back pretty quick, man. I got them crazy genes.
He said the Freddie Mercury mustache. Now I'm concerned.
Man, you know how it is.
How is it, Ronan? How is it?
Perfect.
Shout out to Q Reviews for dropping $5 on us, man. Shout out to Q. Q Review says, this sheet makes me proud to see.
Hey,
You guys are about to be the main source of entertainment news. I watched this thing grow, man. Respect, fam.
Thank you.
And that's the goal, man. We're going to be another source of entertainment news. The ones who want that real talk, but who also want the knowledge to go with it. People who look like us, think like us. This is a place for you guys to come and get your news, man. To talk and enjoy this, man. This is a platform for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? So it'll take some time, but we're gonna build a brand here, and I'm just happy, and I'm thankful for everything that has come my way. So anything last we want to say about this Kathleen Kennedy that we want to talk about, or you want to push on to the next?
Just a quick.
I just think this is negative, bro. Like the fact 10 years, bro, Kathleen, that shit turns me off, man. Now, I think they should turn Star Wars around by firing Kathleen Kennedy, like you guys know.
True.
I am excited about the Game of Thrones writers doing something Star Wars. I'm going to see that. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give it a chance and see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
That's
as far as my commitment goes to Star Wars, though.
Only thing I could say out of a 10-year run, if it doesn't revolve around the Skywalkers, then I think we might be able to get something, because like you said, the Game of Thrones writers is something new, something fresh. I think that's one of the most things that's really killing it is how they are avataring the last airbendering Star Wars. Anybody can be this, the chosen one, decades of Jedi's, yada 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 crap. It's like they're biting off everything, they're taking away the essence. But if you're able to create something new before the Skywalkers, then we're kind of free roam, because we don't know. So now we're able to take the BS,
which is something you've wanted for 10 years.
Yeah. She got hurt.
Well, you're getting it. You happy about that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's acceptable enough now. It's like, okay, this is something new. But when you tamper with something that I already experienced and know about, and you try to change it, that's the problem. See, it's not necessarily the Star Wars movies.
That's because of the Skywalker line you're talking about,
exactly.
Right?
So, like, if you hypothetically speak, if you say, okay, we don't know anything about Skywalkers, and we watch the Star Wars movies now, we really wouldn't have anything bad to really say, because it's something new. This is what they wrote. But we know what's going on, and we know where it's supposed to be, and they're messing it up. So now if you take me to a new galaxy far, far away, and you tell me a new story and new powers and new sources, then I can't do nothing but either enjoy it or walk away. And I think that's where they need to go.
Okay. Yeah, Ronan?
Well, I hope JJ...
Final take, how do they get it back on track? If so, and where are you at overall with Star Wars?
There's going to be how much time they spend on episode 9. If this really is it, you know, I mean, 2 hours is not going to be enough. Still questions. That's really the only thing. I mean, the film's already said and done, so I don't know. But it's cool, I think, having JJ back. You know, I like him as a filmmaker. Hopefully he can undo what Brian Johnson did. I don't know how that is, because, you know, usually trilogies do become inconsistent. We've seen that with this, you know, when you have different people come in. But if you have the same person laying the foundation from the previous films, you know, it could work sometimes. But hopefully he can pull that magic out and do what he does, man. I think it's going to, you know, depend on the running time, man. If they want to wrap up things and answer questions, that's going to be the key, because that's the only way you're going to win people back. But JJ coming back is a 50%. You know, that's about the only good, and that's the only good as far as I see. But, man.
It's almost hard to think about wrapping those questions up.
Emperor coming back, I guess, but it's unnecessary. But I know why they did it. Nostalgia.
To get the fans back,
fanboys. And then,
but it doesn't make
again.
narrative sense.
Right. Because Lando's there, they're going to kill him off.
Wasting him again.
Yeah, I know what they're doing.
That poor old man.
For a Coke 45, he'll do anything to ride.
You know what I mean? So it's just like,
the Palpatine thing, though. I'm glad you brought that up. The city is
How? Why?
Why?
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because
it means that it unravels the original trilogy.
Right.
That means who's the chosen one? Not Vader. There is no chosen one. That's a lie. Everything is flipped on its head.
It can be anybody now.
Maybe I need to take back my statement. Maybe these fools are just dumb. They can't even make a new character.
It could be anybody now.
They made Snoke and he didn't do nothing, bro.
Bro, that's weird.
That's whack.
Anybody can be a Jedi now. So
that's what, try to open it up like superhero verse.
That's whack.
There is no balance. No one with the Force. So, you know, good luck to
Avatar. Last Airbender. It's the same thing with Legend of Korra. What happened? You know, she broke out and everybody started getting powers again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, they doing the same thing. Rey sparked something. Now everybody gets powers again. Now you have random kids sweeping brooms with Jedi Force powers. It's bogus, man. And the whole nostalgia factor is whack, because I'm keeping 100. No one's looking at Billy D. Williams in 2019.
Nobody.
No one cares about Lando Calrissian. I'm be
Billy
honest,
D. Williams.
ain't nobody caring about Harrison
2019.
Ford
Not
as
that guy.
Han Solo.
Yeah.
Because
Decades
Harrison
later.
Ford, when we saw Harrison Ford in the last Indiana Jones, he can barely lift his leg. I'm good.
He got a new Indiana Jones coming out, bro. What you talking about?
I heard it was with Chris Pratt, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But you know what
Oh,
I'm
they're
saying?
still going forward with that?
I don't know,
It's
man. I think
Disney.
they are.
Disney owns it. But
Wow.
I
but
think they are, man.
but you know what I'm saying?
Is it still in the past? He's not in 2018, is he?
I don't know. I know that it was having production issues, but they said there were. I don't think it's in the past. No.
Okay, as long as he doesn't have a Twitter
I
account,
don't think it's
we're
in
fine.
the past.
Oh no. He'd be dead. Shouldn't he be dead
Oh,
right
no,
now?
that's what I'm saying, but they're going to fast forward it.
He did live in that radiation explosion,
Right.
bruh.
What do you mean he should be dead?
Like if he's in 2019.
Crystal Skull took place in modern times.
No, it didn't. The 50s.
Oh, it was
Aliens.
But he did get blown up with that.
wait, that's weird.
UFO.
That couldn't have been because Indiana Jones is the 30s, right?
Yeah,
Supposedly.
like the 20s,
Yeah.
30s.
All right, yeah, it
Like,
makes
right.
sense. It makes sense. If
So
20
wait,
years
Crystal
later, he
Skull?
was that old.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
yeah,
years.
yeah,
Yeah,
he would be all the way
So
dead.
50s, yeah.
All the way dead. Nothing can
Junior,
I
all
don't
the
know.
way dead.
But he lived in that explosion in that refrigerator.
The opening
He should
scene?
have been
Right.
destroyed up in that.
Wow.
Crazy. All right,
The
so
first
that's
10 minutes of that movie was pretty dope, though.
so that's it for
Kate
this topic,
Blanchett.
guys. We're gonna
Yeah.
go into the next topic. Timestamp us in a minute. We'll be back in a second. Give us a second. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Welcome
back.
back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, yeah, we have some more movie news. This is gonna be the final topic of the stream, and this was a topic that Ronan Joe Genji wanted to talk about for the most part.
You're welcome,
And
guys.
this is this is exactly why we
Love
have
they
the
asking.
man here.
Yeah.
So, this latest topic is involving horror.
Scary.
So this is taken from Deadline and Bloody Disgusting.
Shout out to Blade Disgusting.
.com. Shout out to Bloody Disgusting. They're like a horror website.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's check them out, man. So let's go ahead and read this article taken from bloodydisgusting.com with some new news. So it looks like Sony Pictures is looking to capitalize on the current mega popularity of the horror genre by opening the Screen Gems Horror Lab, a partnership between Sony's genre label Screen Gems and production company Ground Control. Via Deadline, the Horror Lab is, quote, an initiative that will focus on the development and production of horror genre proof of concepts, unquote. Quote, the program aims to collaborate with the burgeoning filmmakers to produce horror shorts with the primary goal of developing new, original content into feature films. We envision the Horror Lab as another step in the evolution of our label as a leading genre supplier. And Screen Gems Screen Gems head Steve Birch, quote, we pride ourselves on supporting next generation creatives and see this as another way to bring exciting new talent and ideas to global audiences. .com. So it looks like somebody's got some competition, man, and that's Blumhouse.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing.
So you hear Blumhouse, they've been killing it for the last, 6 years. And then you have Horror Labs. So Sony is releasing their version of their competition for horror. So Blumhouse, and now it's Horror Labs. I don't know. I think it's a good idea overall, man. What you guys think, man? What you think, Ronan?
Man, it's a genre that's not gonna go anywhere. It kind of keeps Hollywood going. I mean, you go back to like all the way to the 40s, 30s. Like, man, this is a big thing. Like, it's just we had color and it was black and white then, and then it evolved. And when you look at it, they found their audience because they were like B schlock movies. You know what I'm saying? First it was like zombies and possession and things like that, and then they started branching out and it became a subgenre. And then there was a point where it was dead for a while, and it came back in the 90s, you know what I mean? So they saw that there was a gamble for it, and there's this audience for it, and it's the original thing because I think it's one of those genres where you can touch on any subject and, like, do whatever you want. There is no limits. In horror, you can do anything. Get Out proved that, you know what I'm saying? You can bring social commentary to it. You can bring, like, this thriller aspect to it. It can be like an alien movie. It could be whatever, and you just have great characters. So I think what they're looking at is there's a benchmark for it, and we can use this as a catapult to just explore new ideas in that genre instead of it being like the same, kind of similar, typical stuff. We can actually, take concepts, turn concepts into great narratives, and take that narrative and make it into a big movie.
So are you saying that it's just more great horror versus? Is there anything that you see Horror Labs bringing that Blumhouse is not bringing? Are you satisfied with it being just
probably more psychological stuff? Maybe more like more fantasy stuff, more fantasy driven stuff because we haven't had too much sci-fi horror lately.
Right.
You get it like every once a blue moon, and the sci-fi we do get is more like drama. You know what I mean? Like Interstellar or something.
What counts as a sci-fi horror? Would this count? What was the movie I saw? It was a Sony movie too, by the way, with Ryan Reynolds. Life.
That counts.
Is that sci-fi horror?
Yeah.
That was polarizing. Yeah. That was something.
Event Horizon's better. You should try that one.
I seen that one.
Yeah.
That was good.
That shit was cool. Pandora. Screen Gems also.
Didn't see Pandora.
That was real cool. Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster. It was pretty tight.
I like Dennis Quaid.
Victoria's Secret. Dennis Quaid, bro.
You seen him in there?
Yeah, I think he was waiting for his girl or something. He was sitting out at the
that's crazy.
I bet you she was young and hot too.
At the grove.
I bet she was like 25 years old.
Like Great Balls of Fire.
Dennis Quaid was 70.
He up there.
You got that big ass smile and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. It was some years though.
Dennis Quaid, old motherfucker, probably had a hot dime on his freaking side piece.
I know. You know who also has one too. James Woods. Y'all got me a new one.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
He a pimp.
I was like, y'all was talking to
James Woods a pimp, bro. You ain't seen Casino? He a pimp, man. He a hustler. Cop shot. All right, but yeah, Ronan. So, you think it's gonna bring some more of a sci-fi element? That's what you think Sony will bring to the table?
Maybe action horror.
Do you think
or maybe body horror? You know about that?
What is body horror?
Like body horror.
Like Saw?
Like Upgrade.
Oh,
is that a real thing? Body horror?
Reanimator. Like weird things happening to the human body, like not being in control, being possessed, being controlled.
Oh, like
things, kind of body horror.
Like Splice?
Yeah, Reanimator.
Like Weekend at Bernie's?
Damn, you just threw me for a loop. That was great. That was great. Yeah, that's funny. But it's more like weird, like disgusting things happening to the body, like where you're not in control. Body parts, like there. I'll give you an example. You ever seen the movie Body Parts? So
what?
I'll explain. So this is pretty dope concept. So the guy's like a scientist, right?
The movie Body Parts.
Keep talking about bodies.
Body parts. Speaking of body parts, it's like your body. Have you ever seen the movie Body Parts?
You ever eat that cereal? Body Parts.
It's like having chocolate cake in your ice cream. Like let me. Have you ever seen the movie Chocolate Cake in Your Ice Cream?
I'm trying to get them guys.
They got a movie for everything in this motherfucker.
Yeah, basically this dude is he's like a regular ordinary man, but he gets in a car accident. And they give him parts from a serial killer, and the serial killer is like still living, and this fool like comes back and he's like not in control.
Was there an episode of The Simpsons of this shit?
It's crazy. So he's like a zombie basically. It's crazy.
It was Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. That was Rick and Morty. Yeah.
The arm.
Yeah. Mad Max. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that was a tight episode. But yeah, there's like weird concepts that you just kind of go with it, but there's logicalness to it. I'm doing a bad job of explaining, but I'm giving him the concept of what body horror is.
But what about this right here, Ronan? Resident Evil, man. This shit is classic, bro. I remember seeing this in the theater when I was something like, 14, 15 years old, man.
Oh, Resident Evil
opened
the door.
This is kind of sci-fi action horror? Action horror sci-fi?
It's definitely action horror, but that's not what Resident Evil was.
Yeah, Leon didn't survive that one.
So, with that being said, though, I do love what the 2002 film did, because 2002, Paul Anderson, who wrote and directed it, he kind of really brought back the zombie genre. There wasn't really no zombie movies since the mid 80s with George Romero, the late George Romero, with Day of the Dead and stuff like that. So Resident Evil 2 kind of brought it back to the limelight. And then that peak, we got Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder. We got 28 Days Later. We got I Am Legend. We got 28 Weeks Later. You know what I'm saying? And then Resident Evil did its sequels and yada yada. And then that's kind of where it declined. But that first one was pretty good. It was a $20 million budget movie, independent, low budgetly made. No one thought it was going to work. And he took a gamble on it. And his movie is a prequel to the original game. So it made sense.
What's the name of that studio that Brad Pitt has? The movie production company. His company's doing some fine work. Is it Take-Two something? I forgot the name of it, but
A2A?
I don't know. I know that Brad Pitt's World War Z. That shit.
Oh yeah.
I went back and watched it.
That's another one too.
Man,
yeah,
that counts as.
That's in there. That's a zombie movie.
Bruh.
Shut up.
Bruh.
That's an underrated movie. Definitely underrated.
It's hugely underrated, man. If you guys go back, man,
2013.
It's a freaking good zombie movie, man.
It's the first time
That's
a
a good
homeless
movie.
man. The first time a homeless man didn't get
survive.
zombified. He was like, "Oh shoot, this fool's sick. I ain't touching that, bro."
That freaking them zombies had so much character, bro. Those actors.
And their determination to get the humans was pretty crazy. Like how they were just clobbering over each other, like it was crazy.
And World War Z 2 had production issues, and apparently it's gonna come out next year, or I don't freaking know. But
so
movies like that give me hope. World War Z 2 is coming.
With it?
That shit coming, bro.
I thought they scrapped it.
It was production woes a few months back, but it's back on track.
Is David Fincher still directing?
I don't know.
Okay, because him and Brad Pitt do great work together. And for Brad Pitt to come back, I understand why. They have a good working relationship. Shout out to Fight Club and Seven.
Right.
They're dope.
So I question.
Yeah.
Do you think that's, and I could agree with your sci-fi element that Sony's going to bring with their horror labs. Blumhouse has made the niche of making great horror films, some of them okay, with small budgets. Do you think Sony's going to follow suit? Or do you think Sony's should probably add a mid-level budget? You know how Blumhouse is in that $4 to $10 million range? Maybe Sony could bring in that $15 to $40 million range budget to give us a little bit extra, especially if you're talking sci-fi.
Yeah.
You're not making a sci-fi horror movie with less than $30 million budget, man.
I mean, Carpenter did it. The Thing.
Well, The Thing?
Yeah.
That was practical, though, right?
Yeah.
That was mostly practical.
Yeah, I got you.
You
like
know
more
saying?
like ground level. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still do like 20, 30 million because that's still considered low budget.
I think it'll be good.
Terminator was made for cheap than that.
I don't think that they should target Blumhouse level for level, dollar for dollar, because I don't think they'll win. I think they need to come at a different angle. Come at it with a different angle. Oh, you're doing that's your thing. You're doing the small fries and big reward. We'll do medium, larger reward.
Well, the thing with Jason Blum and his thing at Blumhouse, they had a universe. They had a plan to just give people like creative freedom to do stuff. That's why movies are made for cheap. Because when you spend all of the studio's dollars, that's where the interference comes in.
Right. Hey, how's everything going down there?
That was a smart niche. So Jason Blum was like,
need help?
We hired the best people we have. Let them tell their story. And that's where that budget recline comes in. Okay. So it's like, all right, Carpenter faced this for years. But the thing is, when you are original and you do create concepts, the fans won't really come like that. You know, what happens is you get put in the box and your films become cult classics decades later, you know what I'm saying? But as I was making it, nobody was looking for it, you know what I mean?
Shout out to The Mist.
You know what I mean? So it's tricky. But then when you do have those Marvel movies and those Disney movies, it's the brand selling it, but it's not so much the content, you know what I mean? Because we kind of know what we're getting.
The MCU storyline build up versus the actual
versus somebody like
themselves.
a Guillermo del Toro or Carpenter who can also use their name to sell a movie. You're coming to see them. And you don't need a trailer or anything. You could put their name on a poster or on a title game. I'm watching it.
They're coming.
Yeah.
The fans are
It's different. It's totally different. But with horror, You can either way.
Well,
You can
do you
get
think
in.
the Russos kind of have that now, right? Ryan Coogler,
I think they have it as far as comic book movies and
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
only.
They
comic
do have
book
that
movie,
cloud
yeah.
as far as because now you're talking
Yeah.
about different genres now.
Right.
Horror is different. You can drop on Wes Craven. I'm watching it. I don't even know what it is. I'm watching it.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
they established it. So
Stephen King. I'm watching it. I already know what he's capable of.
All right, so J3, what's your take on this this whole thing?
I think competition is always healthy and is always good. It has allows Blumhouse to step it up now. Well, not that they've been messing up, but they have a lot of misses and they gain a lot from when they win. But now it's able to step it up. Competition is thick. I always believe history will always repeat itself. Horror genre is coming back full force, and what Sony is doing, I have a different take as far as it. I think they're going to do both. They're going to do low budget and medium. They're not going to put too much in it because you have to gain the audience back to horror. And horror has changed, and our eyes have seen the worst already. So it's hard to make us scared now. You know what I mean? We're not as scary as we used to be.
Yeah.
So they have to transition and change it to what's going on in this reality. And movies like Burn, what's it called?
Brightburn.
Brightburn. Movies like Brightburn changes the dynamics of a horror now. Because now we're so lucky, we're so happy we see superheroes and all this epic stuff, right? And then what if he breaks your neck now? Oh man, this is scary. Now you got what ifs now. What if you flying and you lose your powers? You're gonna die. You know what I mean? So now they're changing. I think they're gonna change the way it is, and they're gonna adapt to a lot of international horror movies now to bring them over. Because Sony, they have that. They distribute a lot of international. Japan and Europe.
The Grudge was that way, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't The Grudge
International
Asian franchise, and then they adapted
Juhan.
it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Juhan. Then I guess the director came over here and made it for American audiences. Remade his own movie.
Right.
And cast American stars. So it was smart.
So now you're gonna be able to bring that into the field now, and it's going to change the dynamics drastic on box office. Because now we have Chucky coming out the same day as Toy Story.
Shout out to
So
Halloween.
you got
That's
stuff
weird.
like tell you the truth, it's tight.
It makes sense.
It's great
It's a
strategy.
huge contrast.
Everybody's
Everybody's gonna go see kids. This is for the adults.
Halloween was successful. Chucky's a slasher too.
And then you can bring in a Japanese sci-fi horror now. You know what I mean? We're in space with tentacles and how they like to do that stuff over there. So now I see the competition getting thick because Jason is trying to get the original Universal monsters, which I think is freaking dope. Let him get that. Let Sony deal with the body horrors.
Yeah.
Now he can focus on the Americanized stuff. They focus on the international stuff, and we're getting a lot of good. Not saying they can't do either one, but their focus is that.
I'm with you.
Now we got something good. It's the same thing they're doing with the kaijus and stuff.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So you still get everything.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you got King Kong, you got Godzilla coming back.
Yeah.
Everything, history is repeating itself in 2019 and moving
Old school's
forward.
coming back.
And we're going to be getting all it, and I think it's really good. And Warner Brothers is going to dip in that next too, because
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, but
They was testing the waters.
They said we're going to bring Mortal Kombat back. So now you're going to have.
Man, if they did Mortal Kombat the right way, bro.
It's going to be
with real martial arts and real
Now that's
war.
everything. Thank you. You said it.
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. So
you have all of that in that. We've never seen anything like that.
And it's gonna be rated R. That's the key factors to make it rated R. Not worried about the kids and stuff like that. Oh, we want it.
Exactly.
You understand the morality is different now, so
Yep.
You're gonna be able to see it. It's changing everything, bro. Disney buying what they bought. People are like, man, we can't let them have this. We got to do something to get us some more money because they got the superheroes on lock. Well, let's make superheroes dark.
And this is what you said. This is why I want those other companies to succeed, because if all that's going and Disney's doing everything, we're not gonna have anything original. It's just gonna be big franchises.
Originality is at
cartoons.
stake here. Yeah, it's been that way.
I'm doing everything I can to support those other companies because that's, like I said, you want to have diversity as far as like genres or storytellings. When you do that, you see everybody's trying to build their own universe because they're seeing how Marvel and Disney has been doing it, but they're making universes and brands within those other subgenres because this wasn't possible before. It was like you either like it or you don't. Good review or bad review. Now people are able to go online and seek this stuff, and they're able to be vocal with these creators and be like, hey, we want to do this. People are making blogs and like doing fan films, showing tests, seeing people's reactions like, hey, do you like this? Giving them a taste of what's to come, and then like, hey, if you like this, we're going to make a full-length feature film. Here's a short film of what I'm doing. Here you go. You like that? Support this. But you're getting hands-on of what it's going to be. You're not being lied to by a trailer. He made a fan film showing you what it's going to be.
Right.
you respond to it. He responds to it. Now we're getting a full length movie of it.
I'm scared. Do you think that
So it's
people could?
interesting.
Do you think people will adapt to this, and this is what people will want and put their money and dollars behind, though, bruh? Like, do people really want to come and be like, hey, oh, that new Chinese, you know what I'm saying, Tsukinami horror movie, bruh? Let's go watch it by the dozens.
Yeah.
You think people gonna run out?
It has to be ran on a horror platform though.
People,
It won't
I think you
just
got to
be
put a
like
little
the
bit of
main demographic.
Americanization on that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
People have changed drastically, bro. They are so. People are like, they get bored very. It takes them a while to get bored, right? The average man takes a while to get bored. Someone that's highly advanced gonna get bored quick. We getting bored of these movies already.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to wear on the average viewer.
Yeah.
They're tired of seeing the same thing. That's why I said for the MCU stuff like that, they gotta go dark. They gotta change the game. You gotta bring
Horror also. Horror saves everything.
You gotta bring
It
Ghost
does.
Rider, Blades, and stuff like that.
You
Because,
mean horror
Insane.
superhero movies?
Exactly.
Yeah, and genre as a whole.
And then-
they got
and-
to
Right,
open the door.
Right.
and
Get in there.
And we saw what Sony did with Venom. So now you have the what's it called, the new company building, what's it called?
Oh, Screen Gems.
Horror lab.
Horror Labs. Screen
So now
Gems.
Horror Labs.
Yeah.
I can see
Horror
Venom being produced or sponsored under Horror Labs now, and you can really make it a
See,
rated R movie.
That's tight.
You see what I'm saying? And changing the dynamics of where your company lies. These are things that are going to occur because horror is coming back. We haven't had a good horror movie in a while. We had Paranormal Activity and we had Saw that was killing it, scaring the hell out of every motherfucking body, right? And then you had The Conjuring and stuff like that. And then now it's playing out because it's like, oh, I'm tired of this doll. You still getting trapped? These ghosts aren't real.
But that's a universe, though.
That's their target, though.
That's a universe.
Their target is to not. I don't think that they're thinking about the OG fans. It's recycling the newer fans that come in.
Sony-
Where they show them Chucky. There's people that haven't
Sony-
seen Chucky movie yet. You know what I'm
Bro.
saying? This new Chucky movie that's coming out
I'll
is
give you
going
an
to be their
example,
first
though.
Chucky
It's a
movie.
good point.
Sony
though.
is bringing back Ghostbusters, bro.
Yes.
Sony has Brightburn, bro.
Sony's only bringing back Ghostbusters because what happened with the original 2016. That's the Ghostbusters they wanted.
Yeah.
Now they're giving us the Ghostbusters we wanted.
Exactly.
Because we said freak that to that shit.
But this is the thing I'm saying. There is recycling. It is coming back. They realize that these ideas are just too epic, and there's so much to be told. There's so many animes out there, bro, that they can put that are horror that can actually freaking work. They're the ones trying to.
Hey man, that Death Note sounds like a good idea.
Tokyo Ghoul.
It's a lot.
What is it?
Tokyo Ghoul.
It's a lot.
High School of the Dead.
It's a lot of stuff going down.
High School of the Dead. Take old biddies, man.
Yeah, man. The
Take
code.
old biddies, man.
Hellsing.
Yeah, put a High School of the Dead. I'm
Gungrave.
coming all on the seats in front of me. Don't sit next to me, man. It's gonna come everywhere. Them take old biddies.
It's-
That's a sex movie hidden with zombies.
Yeah, 17.
yeah, pretty much.
17.
Bruh.
We winning.
High School of the Dead.
There's a platform for it. Look at that.
But that's what I'm saying. Everything. If you look at a lot of the movies that are coming out, there's a lot of horror movies coming out lately,
And there's gonna be even more thanks to Horror Labs.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of
Sony's
subgenres.
getting in there
Great.
right now. Okay,
There's
okay.
comic books, there's graphic novels, TV shows, there's games. Like it's
I believe
telling you.
they had those type of meetings. Okay, we need to change the media.
time.
What do we go to? Western? Nah, I don't think people want to watch John Wayne's. Action? We got superheroes right now. Drama? Horror. So you go to horror, you get people on a scary mode. Then you give them some action pack where the superhero saves the day again, and you just keep bouncing back and forth. Horror movies don't really end good. It's always the whole group is dead except for one person, and she got problems now.
Yep.
she,
She's effed
she
up.
has seen all
And
kind of
that's-
stuff.
that's
You know
one
what
of
I'm
a
saying?
million if it's a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Like it's crazy.
That's how you change the medium.
I think about when you say that. I think about the girl from the franchise Final Destination.
Oh yeah.
she did
She lasted like what 3-4 films before
Yeah.
she finally went out.
and went
That was a
Subway.
great
Excellent.
franchise, bro.
Great franchise.
Dead teenager genre. See, that's a subgenre
Yeah,
right
actually.
there.
I heard they're trying to bring Scream back.
Yeah.
I heard
And the
Scream
one
was
you
coming
just
back.
mentioned.
Final Destination.
And Final Destination.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. There you go. That's the
down
start.
with it.
Scream, bro. Hey, if
All
they,
right.
if,
I prefer more of a continuation because 4 was tight. Do you remember 4?
I remember 4. Was
Okay.
that with Liev Schreiber?
No,
That was two.
that was 3.
Two.
That I
was
don't
when
remember.
That was when
4.
Cotton got killed off.
Yeah, that I don't remember 4.
Oh man. Okay, so that was 2011, and that was rest in peace to the late Wes Craven. That was the last one he worked on. Scream 4 attacked the subgenre of reboots, remakes, and sequels because it's got a commentary on there, and it's very self-aware. And it was talking about how this day and age, social media and sequels and reboots and stuff, how it can tarnish society. It was tight.
They were talking about that in Scream 4?
Yeah, the whole movie's about that. Because
when did Scream 4 come out?
2011.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna watch that.
I didn't see that then.
And
did that hit theaters?
Yes.
I was getting laid.
he was breaking the fourth wall basically in the opening scene of the movie because Ghostface had came back, and it was always that twist like who was going to be after Sydney this time. Every time it was Ghostface, there was always a connection to Sydney and whoever was stalking her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this time it was the cousin, and basically you find out that she was jealous of her.
Spoiler alert for guys who didn't
Yeah,
see Scream 4.
this was like years ago.
Nah, we just
Yeah.
mess around.
So basically, she finds out that her cousin was after her because of jealousy, and she wanted to be a star. And she's like, you don't have to have no degree or anything. You just have to have something screwed up happen to you in your life, and put it online.
Oh wow,
and you're a star.
That's a horror trope right
so
there.
she tried to take her cousin's life and then make it look like she was the victim. So she starts attacking herself.
That's kind of clever.
And she's using her boyfriend to help her, guts him, makes it look like he tried to attack her. Me Too movement. And it was crazy. And then they explained that, hey, like, you can't do this because since you're not trying to be a celebrity, you're not trying to run with it, I'm gonna become you and just take you out of the equation. Like, it was crazy.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I might have to check that out. I didn't see
Scream
Scream 4
4 was
in
tight, bro.
2011. Damn, I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. Shit, where I been at?
Superheroes.
And then they kind of it was like
They
a
were
mirror.
right?
It was like
For real.
it was like a mirror image of the first movie too. So you'll see a lot of shades of moments from part one, but with newer characters. It was dope.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, this is for those that love Scream. Here it is for the new generation. We're acknowledging the old one. For taking it into the 21st century. It was dope.
Well said, Ronan.
And this is why I think they should soft reboot it.
Go right back.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that was what I was saying. That's why they should soft reboot.
All right,
Yeah.
sure.
That was
Hey,
it.
nigga, Ronan.
Real talk, Ronan. Gone, bro.
It's horror shit, bro.
Nah.
That good shit, Ronan. Man.
Yeah.
You love it, bro.
That was the end right there. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so there's a couple donations I want to get to, and then we'll close out. So Mike Artist dropped $2. Thank you, Mike. He says my boy is about to get that Adidas sponsorship, bro. To infinity and beyond, my G. I'm proud of you, my guy. Trouble don't last always. Gregory Louisville put $10 down. Thank you for the $10 donation. Gregory Louisville. He says, what's popping, guys?
Suck.
Thanks for the dope experience with the new setup. Definitely my inspiration to start my own channel. I appreciate you guys. Do it, bro.
Do it.
Start your channel. There shouldn't nothing stop you, man. It's
Come
easy.
on,
Do
what are
it.
you waiting
Do
for?
it.
Just do it.
Say it again, Ronan.
Just do it.
Do it now.
Do it now. Come on. Like, subscribe.
I don't really sound like that.
All right, let me see. Mama Mentality says, Ronan, have you seen Velvet Buzzsaw on Netflix?
The Jake Gyllenhaal movie? Not yet. It's in my instant queue. I will be watching it.
He ain't named the actor.
Yeah.
Directed by what?
Jake Gyllenhaal? That's
Yeah.
dope. Is it Netflix only?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to check it out
So,
myself.
hey, horror's everywhere, bro.
It's horror?
Psychological. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler Part 2.
Right? Nightcrawler was great.
checking it out.
Nightcrawler was a horror movie, bro.
Nightcrawler's an A movie, bro.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler's a fantastic, freaking dope movie, man.
Shout out to Taxi Driver.
Yeah, shout out
That's
to that
really
movie,
what it was,
right?
like modern
You feel
day.
me?
So
Renata
dope.
Dunn dropped $20.
Renata.
Renata. We got some special for the subscribers, man. Especially for the ones who have been donating heavy. The heavy donators. We're going to have a reward system for you guys. And that's going to come soon. You guys will see in the future. Yeah, anything else you want to talk about to close out this topic? Or,
A donation from Captain Smurf.
oh, boom. J3, go ahead. Hit it. What does it say?
This said it's straight lava. Keep pushing on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Who said that?
That Captain Smirk.
Captain Smirk. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's surreal. It's crazy, man. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to say to end the segment?
Nah,
the
it
stream?
was good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good news. I'm glad everybody's here in the building.
Yeah, it
chilling
feels
with us
good.
and
It feels
everything,
good.
and,
It feels good.
You know, yeah, I'm glad we
Ronan?
good, man. This is tight, man. Can't wait to do it
Closing
tomorrow.
thoughts, Ronan?
This is a great stream. If you need something to look at, check out Into the Badlands on Sundays, Warrior on Friday nights. Cobra Kai is coming up April 24th. YouTube Premium. Get on it, man. We got content out there. Twilight Zone on CBS All Access. Really
Ooh,
fire,
Twilight
too.
Zone, yeah.
I
So, yeah, I'm
watched it,
busy,
man.
as you can see.
J3, you seen Twilight Zone. How do you feel, bro? Not the master you
No.
thought it was, huh?
It's
Shout out to us.
It's quite predictable.
Shout out to us.
Like I was watching it and I figured out the first two episodes right in the beginning. I said,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Okay.
He said I learned Jordan Peele says the breadcrumbs in everything he does. It's right there. Like it's right. If you just look at it and you be like, oh, okay, I see. And you watch the end of the episode, you're like, damn. Acting is good though. Trucker
Exile. Drop. How much?
$50 on it.
$50 on us. What's up, Woden?
What's going on?
We here, bro. Hey, what do you say, J3?
Let me see what he said. You know he be writing Creole and stuff. He says, use this for lunch after the show.
Yeah.
And get something good to eat. I dubbed the new studio the TRON, Tron
Room.
Studio. Yeah.
Tron, yep.
Tight.
Which translates to the realest online
Oh, that's tight.
studio.
Oh, what a dope acronym, bro. Hey, that's tight. The realest online, the Tron Studio. Tight, bro. I like that, man. I like that. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Look, guys, we have a lot of stuff going down, right? So tomorrow is going to be another stream. So, like I told you guys, some of you guys were surprised that we went live this morning. It's weird.
Oh my God, it's morning.
Like we said it. Like, Ronan, are you available? Like, I think Ronan said he's going to be available.
I work tomorrow, but I'll be here in the morning.
Yeah, it's morning stuff. So even though he works, it's morning shift. So, so Ronan will be here. I will be here, and J3 will be here tomorrow to give you guys another live stream of topics. So the schedule is going to be Game of Thrones on Sunday, right? That's the reaction. You're going to get a reaction on Sunday from me on Game of Thrones. Later that Sunday night at around 10 p.m., we will have the live stream celebration after show Watching the Throne.
Sunday.
Where we talk about that latest episode. Later this week, me and the Code will gather together and do a prediction video on what we think episode 2 will be. Tuesday, that Monday, is going to be, we're going to add box office talk. So we're going to talk box office numbers from the previous weekend, as well as your current events in pop culture and movie news. And then again, that next day, Tuesday morning around 10 a.m., we're going to do our topics based on the same thing. Topics of the day, the week, or whatever is relevant. And then Wednesday, depending on what week it is, you'll have a live stream from me or J3, depending on the week. You'll have a live stream from one of us. On Wednesday with the Just Us League Live. You know how we get down.
Yes, sir.
Friday, you'll have that another Just Us League Live. So that's content, bro. That's content for you guys.
That's cable TV, man.
That's cable TV. Someone said they're canceling their cable subscription.
That's streaming service right there.
Not even counting the reactions and reviews we got to do. You
know not counting, You'll see the movie reviews are going to be epic here. I'm so proud of this studio.
It's a universe now.
The reactions are going to be epic here with the screens, the movie reviews, the arena that's coming back that we're planning.
I can't wait, bro.
The Game of Thrones trivia is this Thursday.
Yeah.
So then Thursday, we have the Game of Thrones trivia we're going to do. And that's going to be epic. I need to actually buy two more mics and 2 more chairs free. So we're going to get 6 people for that. Try to get 6 people for that trivia. So we're going to get that done. More news is that there's going to be changes to my channel as far as what is on there. So as far as me and J3, what we're doing with our live streams is there's going to be a new channel. It's a new channel that is going to host all of the live streams that we do on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yeah.
So it's me and J3 are coming together to start a new channel. And what you're going to get there are both mine and J3's live streams. So there's be one place to go check out live streams every Wednesday and Friday. No more. Is it Jody's week? Is it J3's week?
Just Us League live streams.
Just Us League live streams for the Just Us League Wednesday and Friday live streams. Yeah. Not Jody's Corner, not J3 Entertainment, Just Us League live streams.
Yeah.
Those will be on a separate channel. More details coming with the name of the channel content and all that and when it will launch. But all of the streams moving forward starting this Wednesday, right?
If you want.
Yeah. Starting this Wednesday. Guys, spread the word. Moderators, thank you guys for being here. This is really important because it's going to be a huge shift. Spread the word. I will put it on all of my social medias. All of you guys share it to your social medias that this Wednesday stream will not be on Jody's Corner. It will not be on J3 Entertainment. It will be on the new channel that we create. And we'll give you guys all the details, but just let everybody know and spread that word. That's going to be the channel for the Just Us League, for us to do our thing separate from what's going on between our own channels. So it's different brands happening at the same time, and being more structured is really what it's all about. It's definitely more structured. So you'll be seeing certain people on Jody's Corner. You'll be seeing only certain people on the Justice League live streams, certain people on J3 Entertainment, and that's just more of the Justice League brand and more of the Jody's Corner J3 Entertainment brand spreading out.
Smart.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of everything that's happening. All these changes that are coming, I think it's dope, man. And I thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you, everybody, for donating. The donations are necessary and needed. You know, this is a studio that acquires bills all day. You already know what it's like.
Yeah.
You guys know the stick. You guys know the get up. Thank you for every donation that comes through here.
And still doing every other Sunday streams on my channel.
Yeah, every other Sunday, J3.
And, still doing gaming stuff. So, same old, but we're going to be organizing a lot. Time-based. Live streams won't be going as long as they used to, stuff like that, because we're doing this now. And it's very time consuming and still giving y'all content on the side. You want to watch movies, y'all want to review stuff. We got a lot on our table.
Glad you bring that. The structure of the Wednesday and Friday live streams will change as well.
Yeah, they're gonna change as well.
5.5 hours into 11 o'clock at night is not gonna. That's not gonna work anymore.
Bro, this is beautiful. 2 hours.
If you want,
it's perfect.
Bright and early in the morning here, Monday and Tuesdays, we have to give something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because we just left last night at 1.
Exactly. Game of Thrones was like a few hours ago. I didn't sleep good for shit, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So them late night streams until 11, 12 midnight.
I only slept for 3 hours.
6 hours. Yeah, that's going to change.
More power to y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we working on things, man. You guys,
you're
see
welcome,
Jody
guys.
Created right here.
Right.
So we're trying to get you guys going and stuff. So yeah, every other Sunday. Well, only 2
Sundays a month. Every
3
other Sunday,
Sundays, right? You're gonna get 2 streams. Because you're going to get one from me before Game of Thrones, and then later that night on Game of Thrones. Right. So I'm going to be...
So there'll be a total of 6 Sunday streams in the month.
Yeah, so it's 6, so you're going to get... You're gonna get.
That's dope.
Yeah. So you guys got that going, and we're still going to do gaming and everything like that. We're just trying to organize it, make it more structured, a little bit easier on everybody else, and the brand, like you said, the brand is growing, and the league is growing, so,
We just want to give you guys more. We want to give you guys more, and, there was a lot of people that was wondering, where are the donations going? They're not.
Yeah.
See the sheet that's going on over here too, motherfucker. Guys.
Like 4th of July over there, all them colors.
So, thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done. Thank you to Asian Homie for dropping that $100 on us yesterday. Thank you guys. I would like to thank my man J3 for being here and giving me his wisdom and his encouragement and his awesome commentary, man.
Wisdom of Solomon.
And also the freaking Ronan Joe Genji triple bringing his
thank you for
fantastic stuff, man. Check him out on Ronan Joe Genji 85 Twitter and shit, bro.
Oh yeah, when we talk, hit me up.
Yeah, and I am your guy, Jody Joe of Jody's Corner. This is epic and amazing. I love you all. Thank you for watching. We are 3 parts of the Just Us League, and we out this thing, man. Deuces.